first part of our Sunday dinner, I am going to do these country style ribs that I got at Walmart the other day. I showed them to you in my Walmart haul video. And so we love these ribs, but I don't make them very often. I'm not really sure why. Maybe just because it's not something I think about. But anyway, I thought these would be perfect for my husband and I's Sunday night dinner. So he has to work today until 6. So I'm going to put them in the crock pot on low for about 6 hours. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle this brown sugar and maple bacon seasoning over them. It smells delicious. So I'm going to sprinkle some of that, and then I'm going to place them in a greased crock pot. I'm going to spray it with some cooking spray, just because sometimes the sauce makes it stick. So here is the the stuff I'm sprinkling them with, the brown sugar and maple bacon seasoning. It's good on bacon, but you know what? We don't use it a lot on the bacon, and I have some packages of it that I want to use up. So I'm going to sprinkle that, and I thought it would be amazing on these country style ribs. Let me flip them over, and we'll do the other side. Okay, sprinkle this side. All right, so I got both sides sprinkled. I'm just going to pat that in there, and then I'll put the ribs in the crock pot. Now these are bone-in ribs, so they do have some small rib bones in them, but there's a lot of meat on there, so there's 6 ribs total, so that'll be plenty for my husband and I. He'll eat 4 probably, and I'll eat 2. So I'm also going to make roasted loaded cauliflower, so I'll go over that with you, how I do that. And then probably a green salad on the side. So there's all the ribs in the crock pot. Let me get the sauce here. So this is the sauce. It's the Tastefully Simple Smoked Bacon Barbecue Sauce. So we're going to put that down over the top. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh, it's going to smell so good in a few hours in here. Husband's going to come home and be like, oh, it smells so good. Okay, so I got the sauce on there. I'll leave a little bit in the bottle. We can put it on the ribs when they come out of the crock pot tonight. So I'm going to put it on low. And then we will bring you back and show you the other items I'm going to make for dinner. And then I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like when it's completely all the way done. Okay, so I showed you the ribs that we're going to have for dinner, and now I'm making what I would call a faux potato loaded bites. So basically what I did was I took my head of cauliflower and I'm just slicing it into, probably about between a 1/4 of an inch and a 1/2 inch wedges. And then I'm breaking them off and laying them on my cookie sheet that I sprayed with olive oil. And then I'm going to take each of these pieces of cauliflower and I'm going to layer on top of them what you would layer on a loaded baked potato. And those things that we particularly like are cheese and bacon and chives. So let me finish cutting this cauliflower up, and it's a super easy recipe. And then I'm going to put it in the oven and I'm going to bake it for about 20 minutes until the cauliflower is cooked through, the cheese is melted, and then I'm going to put it under the broiler for about 2 minutes to broil the top of that cheese so it gets nice and yummy. Oh, and I forgot salt and pepper too will be on the on them. Okay, so let's see, let me add about 1 more, should be good. Okay, so there's the cauliflower all laid out. And then I've got some bacon bits here, just a big bag of real bacon bits. I keep it in the freezer to keep it fresh. This one's by Hormel. I'm just going to sprinkle some of those on the cauliflower. And you can do as many or as little as you like. This is about a half a head of cauliflower here. So, and again, you just adjust the recipe to your family's liking. I'll use don't worry about the rest of that cauliflower. I'll use it in some salads that we'll make this week. So here is some cheese. I just have some Kojak shredded cheese. I like to shred mine fresh. It tastes better. It's cheaper to buy in the grocery store. You do it from the block instead of buying the pre-shredded stuff, which has sawdust in it. It's gross. We don't want sawdust in our food. Okay, so there's some cheese. Don't need a whole lot, depending on how much cheese you like. And if it falls off the sides of the cauliflower, that's perfectly fine because you're going to scoop these up and put them on your plate anyway, so you don't really need to be on top of the actual piece of cauliflower itself. Add a little bit more. All right, there's the cheese. So we've got the bacon and the cheese on top of the cauliflower. And I went out to my garden because my herbs are still growing, which is amazing for the end of October. So I have some freshly chopped chive. I'm going to sprinkle that over the top. Like I said, don't worry about getting it on exactly on top of each piece of cauliflower because you're gonna pull it out. If you were making it for a party or for guests or something, you might want to be a little more specific about it, but honestly, it all tastes good, so I would just do it whatever quickest way you can get it in the oven. There's the cauliflower. Now you can also sprinkle it with a little bit of garlic if you want. I think I'm going to put a little bit of onion salt on top of it. So I think these will be yummy. I will bring you back when they're finished so you can see what they look like. Okay, the faux potato loaded just came out of the oven, and they not only smell amazing, they taste amazing. I went ahead and I put them in the oven for 15 minutes at 350 degrees, and I didn't even need to stick them under the broiler. The cheese melted perfectly. They taste great. So I suggest you try this recipe. It's not really a recipe. Just go ahead and throw some things on some cauliflower that you like and stick it in the oven. Love it. Talk to you later. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up.